The composers. The composers you will hear in this year's Link Up program include 2 women and 3 men. Their lives span 3 centuries, from the late 1880s to the present. You'll notice that all our featured composers this year are American. Let's begin with the oldest, Florence Price. She was born in Little Rock, Arkansas. She showed her musical gifts starting at age 4 when she began studying piano. Price listened to the music of Bach and Mendelssohn as a child, and at only 14 years of age, Florence enrolled at the highly respected New England Music Conservatory, where she earned degrees in both piano and organ performance. The Chicago Symphony Orchestra first played her symphony in E minor. This was the first performance by a major U.S. orchestra of a symphony composed by a black woman. The Link Up concert will include the lively Juba dance from this symphony. Price composed more than 300 works, and her music combines European traditions with spirituals and other folk tradition. George Gershwin is one of the most recognized American composers of the 20th century. Born in 1898 in Brooklyn, New York, he exhibited his musical talent at a young age, first learning melodies on a neighbor's piano. Gershwin began his professional music career playing the piano to help the businesses that published music to advertise and sell new music. He later played as a rehearsal pianist for musical theaters. George collaborated with his older brother Ira. Ira wrote song lyrics, and together they formed a legendary partnership, creating many notable works that include the opera Porgy and Bess. Gershwin composed both popular and classical music and wrote works for solo piano, orchestra, music theater, opera, and film. At the concert, we'll hear I Got Rhythm from the musical Girl Crazy. Duke Ellington is considered one of the most important figures in jazz history. He was born in 1899 in Washington, D.C. He began studying classical piano when he was around 8 years old. As a teenager, Ellington became interested in ragtime and jazz and began playing in dance bands at clubs and parties. Young Edward, which was Ellington's real first name, had an elegant sense of style which earned him the nickname Duke from his friends. He moved to New York City as a young man and began his career as a band leader and composer. Ellington was hired to lead the house band at the Cotton Club, a famous jazz club in Harlem, New York. He went on to form the Duke Ellington Orchestra and toured all over the United States and the world for more than 50 years. Over the course of his long career, Ellington collaborated with many other jazz greats and wrote nearly 2,000 compositions. The concert program includes the Duke's It Don't Mean a Thing. Born in 1918, Leonard Bernstein is a celebrated American composer and conductor. He also began playing piano at an early age when his aunt gave him her upright piano. During his childhood in Lawrence, Massachusetts, he continued his piano studies and went on to study music at Harvard University and the Curtis Institute of Music. From the time Bernstein started a jazz band as a teenager, jazz had a vibrant influence on his music. At the astonishingly young age of 25, Leonard made his conducting debut with the New York Philharmonic Orchestra at Carnegie Hall. He became well known for his Young People's Concerts, which were broadcast to television viewers around the country. Bernstein's compositions span orchestral music, chamber music, opera, and musical theater, including West Side Story and An American in Paris. He also was a generous humanitarian who believed that artists would help create a more peaceful world.
1, 2, 3.
Courtney Bryan was born in 1982 in New Orleans, Louisiana. Her compositions blend various styles that include jazz and other types of experimental music, as well as traditional gospel, spirituals, and hymns. Courtney studied music and has degrees from Oberlin Conservatory of Music, Rutgers University, and Columbia University. After getting her PhD, she further studied in the Department of African American Studies at Princeton University. Bryan is currently a professor of music at Tulane University, and she helps design programs that guide young musicians to improvise, compose, and work with music technology. Courtney Bryan's composition, Do Your Thing, was specially commissioned for the Link Up program and received its world premiere at Carnegie Hall in 2017.